All right, we are live. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone's had a great day so far. Pretty chill day. For me, woke up, had a nice workout, got work finished up for the week a little bit early, and we are here getting into a new series. Probably a shorter stream today because I will need to go and start dinner prep in a little bit. But figured let's go ahead and jump into it with something a little bit different. We haven't really done a Nuzlocke style game yet, but we'll be doing a hardcore Nuzlocke. Not randomized, because we are playing on the Switch, but have some extra challenging rules just to make it a little bit more exciting than a vanilla playthrough. But welcome in Hoop and Myth, who were here before stream even started. Run Kadabra / Alakazam on my team. I always ran Mime because I never would trade for the evolutions, so Mime was one of the better special attackers you could get, and I believe there are double battles. Not as many as Emerald or Ruby and Sapphire, but I think there's a couple. But yeah, figured do a little bit of a shorter series before jumping right back into a longer game like Persona. And FireRed was always kind of my favorite main series game, so figured, you know what, let's go ahead and do us a playthrough. And yeah, we'll probably go to Persona 4 after this series, but we shall see. A full list of the Nuzlocke rules are in the description, but pretty much no healing in battle, can only catch the one encounter per route. And I kind of added if you enter a gym, you can't leave. And you need to defeat all the trainers inside. But already getting massive amounts of nostalgia just from the music alone. I do like one thing they did. They said they didn't change the games, but apparently you can't enter swear words for your name or your rival's name anymore. So already censoring us there, not like we would, but for the rival, I feel like let's go definitely solo queue. It is our biggest solo queue is our biggest op. So it's gotta be that. Oh, forgot how slow the text is if you don't change the text speed. Also, I feel like any playthroughs I've seen recently of this generation, you just have the speed up button absolutely hammered down. Text speed fast, battle style set. Let's find us a good frame. That one kind of matches the layout. That one does as well. Let's go with that one because it matches the color theme. Alright, and away we go, starting our journey. But yeah, how was everyone's day today? Hope you guys had a peaceful Friday and they didn't make you work too hard for the weekend. And we just walk right on out the door. I do like, one thing I really like about this is there's not a lot before you get the starters. I know like some games you gotta go through some entry stuff. This, right into it, get your starters done. Not any really playing around there. I mean, we're gonna take Bulbasaur. Not even having to think about it. Every time taking Bulbasaur. Favorite starter from any gen. Start off. We'll be naming it after people just hanging out in chat, but gotta start off naming it after Daisy. Even though it is a boy Bulbasaur. Any chance, imagine it was shiny. Been shiny hunting on my other account for a long time now, and imagine we just happened to get it on this one. First try, not even hunting. That would be, like, I wouldn't be upset, but then I'd have to go through the trouble of, like, trading it after the fact to my actual account. So, thankfully, don't have to deal with that. I mean, we'll just jump her right into things. In the off chance we do lose, we ain't counting this because we don't have the Pokeballs yet, so Nuzlocke hasn't technically started. I mean, it's a speed tie, so, and we lost it. Like I was saying, we aren't going to count that. Great start to the challenge. Losing to a speed tie. Great way to start things. That is still way too warm to even try and drink. But we'll be on our way. And we'll fight a couple wild mons just to get our levels up. And I know I could have potioned in that battle to guarantee the win, but like wasn't too worried about it. No, I couldn't have potioned because you can't potion in battle. So almost broke the rules frame one. I know the challenge hadn't started yet, so it doesn't truly matter. But just need to remember to not use healing items in fights. I think that'll be the hardest one to unlearn doing. We can heal outside of battle, so that is good. But we'll just very much need to remember to not. Also with battle style set, I think that can get dicey in some of the gym challenges. And we are doing kind of a level cap. We don't have rare candies, so we don't need to worry too much about getting over leveled. Let's whale. Again, really good thing we haven't started the lock yet, because our Bulbasaur is the slowest Bulbasaur in existence. I did think I saw it was down in speed. I didn't read the nature, but just its stats, speed was not good. I mean, let's try that again. Let's see what nature we are. Quiet. I don't know what that means, but yeah, our speed is pretty brutal. So, unfortunate there. We'll be on our way. We'll try this again. Again, really glad we haven't started the challenge, because that's twice we would have lost already. And we'll try and fight something. So maybe we can get to level 6 before we do start. Just because if you do beat the rival, that's what you get to, I think. Yeah, all these wild mons outspeeding us is not ideal, because we can't run if we need to. So, would hate to lose Route 1. That would be a very unfortunate way to restart near immediately. Got our level up. We'll go ahead and heal up before making our way back. And officially starting the lock. Alright. Go ahead and grab the package, I believe. And make our way back. Again, it feels so weird. Even playing it, it feels weird to not see these early routes just being flown through with speed up on. But it's nice. Slow down a little bit and just enjoy the nostalgic games. We'll get us some early encounters. Obviously, once we have the Pokeballs. Okay, make our way on down. Wouldn't hate getting... I think we get Vine Whip before Leech Seed, but I feel like Leech Seed is going to be a lifesaver for us, since we can't use items. I think, well, if we didn't miss back-to-back tackles, I think we'd be in a good spot. But still made it through. But we will go ahead and heal up just to be safe and smart. Do that, and then let's start getting encounters. I know there is the rival fight off to the left of Viridian. Don't remember its levels. I'm going in very blind for a lot of these rival fights for the level. The gyms I have a rough idea, because that's what I'm using as the level caps. But as far as like the mini boss fights, no idea. So hopefully we don't jump the gun and go into a fight disgustingly under-leveled, because it'd be a very quick way to end the run. Okay, we got that. And there he goes. Just like that. We did get Pokeballs, correct? Just 2. Yep, we did indeed. So, lock has officially begun. Let's grab the town map. I don't think we need it. I remember some, it's like you need it to be able to fly. But I don't think you do in this game. But we'll grab it just to be safe. And see what our first encounter will be. I mean, it's a Rattata or Pidgey. I mean, we're starting off with an absolute classic, so... Hey, welcome in, Knight. Welcome in. Hope you've had a great Friday so far. Gotta love those tackle misses. Go ahead and catch it. Been pretty good. A very low-key Friday. I kind of set up a lot of my stuff yesterday to have today pretty much be a relaxing day. And now we're getting to start a brand new series. Be a little bit shorter of a stream just to... because I need to start dinner prep here in a bit. We'll name this after Hoop, who was here before. I'm going to go back and heal. Because I would hate to immediately lose one of y'all. Okay. And we are doing species or whatever it's called, where you won't catch repeats of the same one. He's doing 3 to us. We're outspeeding, so we are good to go. And we will be doing a lot of switch training because this is before the EXP share existed. And yeah, that's how you had to do it. I mean, the EXP share exists before someone's like, oh, it exists. But the automatically turned on that gets everyone experience does not. Is what I mean by that. So, yep, gotta stick with our switch training. And then we'll grab a couple more encounters north and west of Viridian. Okay, we did get Leech Seed first, which I'm actually a fan of. Because, again, I think that'll be something we use a lot to bail us out of trouble. Go ahead. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play... Nope, I was going to say, oh, we'll growl. And then switch, but don't even have that. Honestly, I wouldn't have hated a Rattata over Pidgey just because it's way better early game. And I think that's where we're going to struggle. Is just early damage with not being able to heal. But I think we'll be fine. Just a vanilla Nuzlocke is far from the most challenging thing. But we'll not be speeding through grinding or rare candies. So we'll probably get underleveled as a result. But again, I think that'll add a little bit of excitement to the challenge. First, we're going to buy a couple antidotes because I Would absolutely hate to die to poison. And we'll top off those, and we'll go grab some encounters. We'll go ahead and head north first. He's showing us how to catch after we've already caught some. But, you know, we'll take it. Alright, and just like that, he caught a level 5 Weedle. Power to him. Alright, let's go get this encounter for Route 2. I think it can really only be Rattata, right? Because I'm pretty sure this route is only Rattata and Pidgey. So, don't think we get much say in what these early encounters are going to be. But again, don't hate it. Just rounding out the team. Go ahead and do another tackle, then start throwing some balls. Just like that. Go ahead and name this after Myth, who was also here before stream even started. I know not everyone really wants to be named after a Rattata, but unfortunately we're gonna get some. Weaker Mons early. And who knows how long some of them might last. I'm going to be honest, and we can cycle back through some nicknames later on in the run, too. For those that are hanging out frequently. But next nickname we got is Knight. Let's see if we can catch him a powerful Mon. Well, that right there would be Species. But we will go ahead and grab some experience from it. Just to get a little bit safer levels on our team. Let's fire one of these off. Just to be safe. Grab that back. And see, especially with us missing, it doesn't hurt to have that up. Well, we will do a quick swap here, because would hate to lose anyone. So Hoop will have to finish the job for us. Don't know if we outspeed, but surely they don't. Okay, I was about to say, surely they don't one-shot us. So we're safe either way. Let's go back and heal, because Again, we are very squishy right now, which is not a great situation to be in. So we'll be a little bit careful before jumping right into the rival fight. We'll try and get another encounter on that route. And then probably by the time we do that, we'll be just passively high enough a level to jump into that rival fight. Don't remember all the encounters possible. Think you can get a Spearow here, maybe a Mankey. Things like that. Speak of the devil. Go ahead and swap right on out. And let's do one more tackle, then we can start throwing balls. And add this to our squad, because that I feel like it's going to be a very, very useful pickup for us. There we go. We'll absolutely take that. And we'll name this after Knight. Let's see, does it have the... nope, it does not have the IUUs. I was going to try and make it how you spelt it, but... Oh, that's not how you spelt it. There we go. And go and heal, and then we will fight the rival. I'm going to go ahead and throw Bulbasaur up front. Welcome in, Show. Or is it Shu? Hope you've had a great day so far. Heal up and rival fight time. Hopefully we don't lose anyone. Really like how the team is rounding out. So, fingers crossed we are an appropriate level. And if not, we've got Leech Seed and a Dream. I do think that'll just kind of be the... Oh. It's you. Okay. Other device. Gotcha. Okay. That is level 9. Which is not ideal. So let's do some of these so we don't just get wiped here. Kind of figured they would do that, but we can lower their attack again. Can Growl miss? I think so, like any other. Once your accuracy gets low enough, it could technically miss. But I'm going to keep firing these off for now. Why is he doing more damage? Yes, you can indeed miss, but that's okay. What I'm going to do... We're going to swap out to Myth, just to get our accuracy back. We're gonna... Oh, that's okay. I was gonna swap after this turn either way, Just so we're on a fresh Bulbasaur to get Leech Seed off as soon as possible on the Charmander, because that will absolutely be a problem. Welcome in, Candor. Welcome in. Hope you've had a great Friday so far. Here we go. Don't hate getting the level. We are kind of under-leveled as is. But what we can do is hopefully we don't get embered into oblivion here. That hurts a little bit, but we'll be alright. Probably similar method. We're just going to fire off some growls, so they do less damage and we can heal up equal to it. And that'll kind of be our game plan to make it through this fight. Because I think, again, this will... Leech Seed will win the battle of attrition. We'll swap to Hoop, give them some experience. Nice change of games. Indeed, we just finished up Persona and figured we'll do a little bit shorter series. Nothing too crazy, just a base Nuzlocke. Was one of my favorite Pokemon games growing up as well. So, automatically get nostalgia from that. We'll spread the experience around. Get everyone some levels here. Okay, good. He did not have Ember. If he had Ember, I think that might have been a problem. But I think he just got Smokescreen when we got Leech Seed. Go. Experience all around. And we'll take that. And we got one more encounter before the first gym. They very much are not... Or not, but they are very... limiting with the number of encounters for Nuzlocke and FireRed. And Leaf Green, but because there's only what, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the gym. Go ahead and just get some levels in the meantime. Well, probably not levels from one encounter, but experience in the meantime. Because level cap for Brock, I believe, is 14, so we got plenty of room to work with. Definitely want Mankey leveled up, because they're a potential one for late game as well. Rattata probably won't be a permanent member of the squad. No offense to them. But Mankey could be. Same with Pidgey. We'll just kind of see what the team rounds out looking like. But into the forest we go for another fresh encounter. Make our way on up. And yes, we'll do a good bit of leveling up, hopefully, on our way through the forest. Just to limit the amount of grinding we need to do before jumping right into Brock. Because... okay. Grab the hidden item there. Weird memory, just remembering remembering you can get an antidote from the tree from whenever I played this last. Okay, Caterpie, don't hate it. Go ahead and weaken it on down. And I will start throwing some balls. Name this after its Iskander. Make sure I spell this right. Okay, I believe yes. Grab this item, then we'll go back and heal. On the bright side, with the forest, we have Bulbasaur and he can't be poisoned, so that makes life a little bit easier. Obviously, Charmander one-shots everything, but on the bright side, we can't be poisoned, which could turn dangerous real quick with not being able to heal in battle. So we'll probably lean heavily on Bulbasaur here. I might get Pidgey up a couple levels just so we have Wing Attack or Gust or whatever we get. Just so we don't over level our Bulbasaur. But I don't think we need to worry about that. If I remember correctly, experience is very hard to come by early because you're fighting a bunch of weak mons. So we'll just try and spread the love as much as we can. And make our way through the forest. Okay. There we go. Quick and oh. Accidentally hit the help button. Don't remember if Mankey gets low kick early, but that could actually be really good for Brock. Just to not have to worry about his Onix, even though we have Bulbasaur and Vine Whip will pretty much take down anything we need it to. Just hard swap. And keep leveling up those two. Rude. Did not really want you to get a crit there, I'm gonna be honest. So we'll do one of these just to be safe. And that should be more than enough to finish the job here. No running shoes early either. They really said, nah, you're gonna walk. You're gonna enjoy the early game. Which I am. very nostalgic, so by no means am I upset by it. And we already almost have a full squad. I don't know how I'm gonna treat static encounters. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna say like one from every route. So like, say Celadon, I can get one, whether it's the Eevee or one Mon from a game corner, or just take the statics as their gift, add them to the team. Haven't decided yet. Might say just take one of each because we need to grind up our Mons anyway. So having more isn't necessarily an easier thing, you just have more. Because there's not experience to go around. So we might do that. And that just gets more nicknames out. So, I've convinced myself that's what we'll be doing. Alright. Get our Mankey leveled up. But I'm just not messing around with Weedles. Pretty much anytime we come against one, it's going to be an immediate switch to Bulbasaur. Not trying to play around with Poison on episode 1 of the series. So that would be just a tragic way to go. Go. And just like that, we're full health. And maybe get a level here. Not quite, but we will here. Throw up one of these and switch to someone to spread the experience around. Well, not if we miss. That's an unfortunate turn of events. Our Bulbasaur has been missing left, right, and center. So hopefully they're getting all of those out of the way now. So when we get to like the Elite Four, we'll be locked in. Level up Hoop here. Even though they won't be much help against Brock. I feel like we really want a flying type early game. Same with Mankey. Just get good coverage for 90% of the trainers we're gonna face. There we go. And we continue on our way. Go. Make our way on up. Just keep fighting all these trainers. I never realized how much I was just a Gen 1 fan until I actually looked at all my favorite Mons. You got Bulbasaur, you've got Lapras, you've got Eevee, you've got Hitmonchan. It really is just all Gen 1. What's the best water type from all gens? That's a tough one. I feel like water has some absolute really good ones. Like, Squirtle's up there for me. Mudkip's up there. Trying to think. Yeah, I'd probably say Squirtle or Mudkip are my top two. I never played through Gen 6, so I don't have as much, like, attachment to Greninja, but I do know a lot of people are big fans. Competitively, yeah, probably Greninja would be up there in terms of VGC. But just for personal preference, I think Blastoise and Mudkip would be those top two. We'll be fine, because this should heal us 3, right? Oh, not quite, but we'll be alright either way. Gyarados is one. I think they said starter. Is there a game you get Magikarp? That would be a challenging game. They throw you a Magikarp as your starter. You would be fighting for your life the first gym or two. Or be leaning very heavily on encounters. Alright, we got Vine Whip, which is pretty much what we needed. We'll throw one of these. I don't know how a Kakuna evaded, but we'll rock out with it. Indeed, welcome in, Grabby, welcome in. Bulbasaur is the true GOAT of all the starters, so naturally had to go with him. But hope you've had a great Friday so far. We currently are sitting in front of a hardening Kakuna, which is just a true rite of passage for these games, I feel like, where your tackles do 1 damage. And you're just stuck. Went to work, slept at work for 2 hours. I mean, it sounds like a very productive day. Getting paid to nap is about as good as a Friday could get, I feel like. There we go. Hopefully we get Gust. You're ahead of schedule. Going above and beyond while napping. It's like, yep. Absolutely. Which, I don't know, I feel like the 9 to 5 work day's outdated. Like, do your work. And however long that takes you, that's how long it takes you. I know that is very gray area, because then you can run into companies overworking people and saying it's like, oh, well, if you got all your work done, you wouldn't have to work all that time. But yeah, I mean, if you can get your work done, there's no sense in going into work to nap. Fair, yeah. So, like, it's still like a full-time job hourly. But That's good, at least, that it's not, like, set. So you can kind of fit your days around it. I don't really know why I'm going back to heal, honestly. We're pretty well off on HP. In theory, it could. The very strict and adhered to sleep schedule could definitely help there. Here we go. That's why I was coming back, because we were running low on leech seeds. I was like, I remember there was a reason I was coming back. Even though everyone is full health pretty much. And that is it. And we do have Vine Whip, so we can take on Brock most likely. Once we get through the forest, that is. But in the meantime, we'll just keep leveling everyone up. Walk through the grass, get some just passive XP from wild encounters. Or not passive, but residual, I think is a better word for it. Sorry to our Rattata and Caterpie. Y'all have kind of taken the back burner. Hey, welcome in, Myth. Welcome in. Hope you've had a great Friday so far. Almost forgot what day it was. Even though I've literally been talking about what day it is. But we are currently making our way through the forest. Got all our encounters that we're going to get before Brock. But busy, but it's Friday. Fair. Really made you work for your weekend. But glad you made it through. We'll stay in for now. Just kind of see what the Caterpie can do. 'Cause I don't think it's much. Even though it is a higher level, I think we're fine. Okay, that hurt a little bit. But that could be useful. Just gonna go ahead and swap right on out to Hoop and get experience here. Very slow early fights, but nothing too worrisome. We just don't have any power yet. Hopefully we get like Gust here on this level up. I don't remember any of these level up movesets, but I think you get it relatively early. Rude. Another critical hit. Don't love that. So normal Nuzlocke rules. No healing in battle. And I'm adding in, once I enter a gym, I can't leave it, and I have to fight all the trainers in the gym. Just to add a little bit more risk to gym fights, where you have the potential that your team kind of gets beat up a little going into it. Let me... Actually, let's throw Bulbasaur up front, then I'll hard swap with the Leech Seed to get some health back. But yeah, and we'll be doing a rough level cap based on the gym leaders. Highest level. Which isn't too big an issue, since we don't have speed up. Nope, they're gone. Gone for good. But yeah, don't need to worry too much about the level cap, just with no speed up, no rare candies, things like that. Will be very difficult to get grossly over leveled, so. Just getting our health right on back. I mean, I could have just potioned in the overworld and been fine. But save those resources, I guess. And since we were gonna Leech Seed anyway, might as well. Oh, welcome in, Based. Welcome in. Yep, a little bit early today, and we'll be on the shorter side of things, so I will need to go in a little bit to start dinner prep and whatnot. But hope you've had a great Friday so far. I feel like we just keep attacking here. Like, I would like to get some experience on Pidgey, but don't wanna swap in on low health. So hopefully he has another, like, Metapod or something that we can fire a Leech Seed off. Look at that. Just what we were looking for, so we'll do exactly that. What I think I might do is just swap through the whole team, just so everyone gets some experience. Yep, I unlocked Zapdos last night just right after stream, and did a little bit. I know you're asking Myth, but started knocking out the challenges for Moltres. Did you see it already got nerfed? Which I know a lot of people were predicting, but it literally got nerfed day one, so great work by the devs as usual. Swapped through them. Swap Knight out. Let him get some health. This Metapod is just doing the job of healing our whole team and giving everyone a little bit of experience. So, it's doing exactly what we need it to. Okay, do that, and to Hoop we go. You're thinking of buying Moltres with gyms. Um, Personally, one, I think it got nerfed immediately. So I think it will probably receive another nerf before everything is said and done. I would wait till there's mons that aren't unlockable other than just direct purchase. Personally, obviously it all comes down to personal preference. But I would wait to spend on throw him up front just because Knight does have stab already. I don't know if there'll be an event for Meganium or not. I don't know if they've released that information. But yeah, just like for whatever one in the future that they drop like Meowth was, where you could only buy it. Because again, surely they're going to do that with future releases as well, unfortunately. But we'll go ahead and tackle on away. Just continue making our way through. Again, all comes down to personal preference. There's no right or wrong thing. Like, if you're going to potentially main Zap or Moltres, might as well go for it. I also don't play all-rounders, really, so probably biased with that coming in. Who, Zapdos? Again, he doesn't really have much. He's just pure damage. He has a lot of secure early and a lot of damage early. But yeah, absolutely not mobility focused. So I feel like that matches playing against it. And we immediately swap out here. Because we just aren't messing around with being poisoned. Get one of these up. Go. And this should give us a level up, which I don't hate. And then we can, I say we just go right into the gym. Maybe we're getting risky and not grinding, but we've got Vine Whip and a Dream, which is special in this game. So should be fine, because they're just pure physical bulk. So quad effective special move will do everything we need it to. And it's not like Onyx has a high attack stat either. So, again, I think we're fine. Right, give us Gust. Perfect. Good level up there. And we're through the forest. Didn't really need to do this. This is not an encounter because this is the same route as before the forest. Would love a Weedle, but does not count as its own encounter. We'll head on into Pewter, heal up, and get ready for the gym. We'll throw Knight up front. He's got fighting, so should be able to do some before we just switch into Bulbasaur to clean up. Got healing because we haven't used any yet, so we're good to go for a whatchamacallit, for in between fights. We've got a couple that we could sack if necessary. It might be Myth and you are kind of our two that we, if we need to, that would probably be the first ones to go. But hey, that just opens it up for getting a stronger one in the future. Because we'll probably reuse nicknames for those that we accidentally lose. Okay. Just go ahead and take down... Nope, not quite. Okay. Did more than I was hoping it would, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, absolutely having a sacrificial mon just to get a safe switch in is sometimes a run saver. And we are on battle style set. So do not get those free swaps. Again, we could have probably just one-shot the Sandshrew, but just trying to spread experience where we can. Absolutely. You and Grabby are coming up for just people that have been in that haven't gotten one yet. So we'll go ahead and this. I know we aren't going to do much damage, but we aren't really going to use Hoop against Brock anyway, because he has Geodude and Onix. So, not really a need to preserve his health. Obviously, we don't want to lose him, but I'm not going to waste the potion. We'll heal up Mankey, just because there's an off chance we use him some. So let's go ahead and potion up. Again, just spreading the love so Mankey can get some experience. What I think I really want, as we're about to go through Mount Moon in a little bit, is we need someone that can just take care of Zubats quickly. And it might be Pidgey that kind of takes on that role, especially if we can get him evolved. Because Zubats are just a nuisance. And we didn't get like the 0.1% chance of a Pikachu as our encounter. Okay, he outspeeds, but his attack stat is worse than, who is it, Bellsprout or Oddish, that everyone always makes fun of Onix for having worse attack than. funny because he's so intimidating looking, but just does nothing. Just like that, first badge done. Well, no, that doesn't really help. I was gonna say we could throw Rock Tomb, I think, is the TM on someone, like Mankey, but we're weak to Zubat, so probably not. Look at that. Never worried. We will save. Just to be safe. Excuse me. And we'll throw. It doesn't really matter because there aren't double battles. We'll keep leveling up kind of our core 3 for now. And give Rattata and Caterpie some XP when we can. Preferably against like Metapods and Kakunas. And we can just Leech Seed and swap through the roster. We got some more nicknames coming up. So hopefully we get blessed with some good ones. And finally get running shoes. We are good on Pokeballs because we did stock up a good chunk before the forest. Immediately better. I like how they give you all this experience after Brock. They're like, nah, we're gonna be very stingy with experience early, then just throw it at you. They do have Gust, so that is a little bit problematic. But we have the better Pidgey. Look at that. Good levels. And another Pidgey, so we'll just hang out and keep gusting away. We outspeed, so we should be safe, unless it's another speed tie. Which hopefully it's not, because we just went for it. You are indeed. And again, I think Mankey, Pidgey, and Bulbasaur have like a lot of potential for long-term team. Like, not to be mean to Myth and Iskander. I don't know how long we're going to keep a Caterpie and Rattata. Who knows? Maybe Rattata will start popping off. It has deceptively high attack. So get quick attack on it and it could just be our clean up machine. So but real quick, I'm gonna run to the bathroom and we'll continue through these battles, but I will be right back. hop right on over to gameplay right as the song ends too. Probably going to get a lot of Pidgey experience this fight. Again, I don't hate. Because... Hey, welcome in, Maisies. Welcome in. Hope you've had a great Friday so far. Go. Just keep getting all the free experience we can. I'm gonna just do this. Just because, again, we ain't messing around with poison. It's not any... Or not at any point do I want to lose something to poison. We snagged a booster box. Nice. Which line? No, not which line. Which... What's the name? Like, which not which series. Like, Original 151, Prismatic Evolution. Which booster? I think is what I'm trying to ask. Just in the most difficult way wording possible. I'm just completely blanking on what the terminology is to distinguish between ones. Throw one of these up, then swap. Let's get Myth some experience, because I wouldn't hate getting quick attack on him. We're immediately going to switch out, because even though it's a Caterpie, it's double our level. So, just aren't going to mess around with that. I think one tackle and we're done for. Yep. Those early routes. They'll get ya. You and Hoop were the first two nicknames. And it was like, well, got a Pidgey, then immediately got a... whatchamacallit, Rattata as our next encounter. Welcome in, Kia. What is the team? Pretty much the basic starting team, but welcome in. The team currently is that. Kind of leaning heavily into Pidgey, Mankey, and Bulbasaur as our probably long-term team members, but you never know. Everyone always sleeps on Rattata, but it can pop off. Stab Quick Attack will always come through. As we're about to see, as it almost one-shots us. I'm gonna attack again, and hopefully we don't get crit here. But welcome in, Sora. Welcome in. Hope you've had a great Friday so far. Go to Hoop. And did not. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but thankfully it's the weekend now, so hopefully you're able to rest up. I'm doing well. Had a very relaxing Friday. So definitely can't complain. Got an Ekans, okay. I'm streaming a bit early today, and it'll be a little bit shorter because I gotta go in a little bit to start dinner prep for the weekend. But yeah, definitely can't complain. You like War Turtle? I mean, solid. You can't really go wrong with Gen 1 starters. I feel like they're all nostalgic in their own right. So you really can't go wrong. But Bulbasaur is my all-time favorite starter, so had to go with it. I will try my best. Sometimes being the Rattata makes you extra safe because you can hang out in the PC box and you won't get used. Like in the Elite Four. So like you might be extra safe in being a Rattata. But as of now, we are deathless, so we'll just keep rolling with that. Healing up just to be safe, making our way through the route. But again, maybe Rattata's gonna start popping off. I feel like it's those kind of unexpected heroes that always show up in Nuzlocks. Like, you have your obvious carry, but then you have, like, some just out-of-the-woodworks hero that clutches up fights. I mean, does Raticate get strength? Throw stab strength on and just absolutely pop off. I don't know if it gets strength though. I don't think it does. Oh, absolutely. Especially since we're doing set battle mode. Definitely want to be very careful on some switch-ins. Set battle with no healing in fights. So yeah, sometimes just having a safe switch-in is what you need. Yellow from the manga has a Rattata. Did not know that. All I know, like, for the manga facts was Red starter was a Poliwag, which is just a very random one to be a starter, but just randomly happened. Okay, we do that, and we start spreading around the experience. Get Myth leveled up. Gotcha, gotcha. Spread the experience around. And get some levels while we can. Okay. And then we'll finish the job with Night. Why not? Maybe, well, it won't get him leveled up. Not with experience being divided 4 ways. But still worth it. Also had a Butterfree. I was about to say, I'm sure someone had to have a Butterfree. I feel like Butterfree is just too iconic from Gen 1 for one of the main characters to not have. You know, we were on world record pace for maybe a half a second before I didn't press A fast enough. But you kind of forget how slow. I was saying, like, even before Viridian Forest, like, you forget how slow the game is because you just get so used to seeing speed up and infinite repel and rare candy always just being hammered through. Oh, already failed. See, we're on pace for a very brief period of time, then immediately fell off. Oh. Yeah, I feel like that was always weird that Butterfree couldn't learn Fly. When, isn't it in the anime, like, Butterfree carrying one of the Mons and very frequently seen using Fly. But yeah, in the manga. I meant like in the anime, like opening. Like it's seen carrying like Squirtle or something. Might be completely wrong. But I think we swapped through the whole team. Just spreading the experience around. Fair. Very big difference in weight. Do that. See, I feel like that's way more off the wall to fly around with. But to be fair, I feel like in the manga, wild stuff will happen. Alright, so do this. I'm going to do the same thing. It's a little bit slow, but it just gets everyone some experience. So we'll keep rocking out doing the same thing. Just so our Rattata and Caterpie don't get way under-leveled. More than they already are. Just keep swapping through. We will end with Rattata out. In case there's another Mon after this, can just do a simple switch train there. But slow and steady wins the race. Also, for the world record, don't you play Squirtle? I think is the one you pick. I may be completely wrong, but I think that's the... I know for red and blue, you go Squirtle, then immediately get a Nidoking because the X accuracies are broken, and you just Horn Drill everything into oblivion, so Squirtle's just the one that gets you through Brock the fastest. Yeah, I have no idea in FireRed and Leaf Green what the strategy is. I wouldn't doubt it's still Squirtle, because you can just bubble, Brock, bite, Misties, because you get that when you level up by Evolve, Or when you evolve, I believe. And then you get Dig for Surge. No worries, Sora. Hope you get a good night's rest. And hopefully the rest of your weekend is relaxing. That might be a little bit of an issue. But I'm going to get a Leech Seed up, then go to Pidgey. Hopefully we don't get just pecked into oblivion. Jaden animation in there. Soul Link. Sets up Hail. Yep. Makes sense. Sounds about right for Nuzlocke. Luck. Let's get Myth some experience here. Hopefully you live one. Oh boy. Let's immediately get you out of there. Just immediate no. Don't like that they lowered our defense. But... oh yeah, crit, and that was just game over right there. Surely we live one. I just need to get our defenses back to normal. There we go. And now we just immediately swap back. Because we just need to survive, essentially. Oh yeah, it's a breath of fresh air, which is part of the reason why I have the days built in. You live one without a crit. Okay. I have them built in Monday and Friday just because it's a relaxed way to start the week and a chill Friday stream to end it. Just a nice break in between without having to deal with the tomfoolery of Unite. I'm actually shocked Bulbasaur is winning the poll right now. Obviously that's what I would answer, but I feel like it's not the people's favorite. Excuse me. Fair. With good taste as well. Alright, we'll keep rocking out with this. We'll keep on working our way through the route. Getting experience as we go. There we go. Surely a stab quick attack with one tail whip doesn't kill us. Okay, they didn't go for it anyway, so we're safe. I was about to say, that would be an unfortunate way to go. Maybe with a crit it does. But thankfully we didn't have to find out. I mean, I wouldn't hate getting a Nidoran. I know it's like a 1% chance to find him on this route, but like I wouldn't hate that. There's probably our counter for Surge. No worries, Kia, no worries. Hope you have a great dinner. I'm gonna do... Do I watch news on TV? Not really. I don't, like... Well, one, I don't even have, like, just channels on my TV. I only have streaming services. So, can't really watch that. And I think you do get some news channels through it. But no, I get my news online pretty much. Let's just keep swapping. We'll swap everyone through. I'm not attacking because Poison Point, I believe. So just don't want to get anyone poisoned. But we'll go ahead and give everyone a share in the experience since they can't really do anything to us. Try and get everyone as leveled up as can be. Which might backfire if we do end up needing to sack someone off. Because then that's just wasted experience, but you know, we're approaching it like we're gonna go deathless. Look at that. Myth now has quick attack. So he'll probably be our go-to for cleaning up weak mons. Okay. Got this guy, and then we get a new encounter. Which I don't hate at all. Just right to hoop we go. And gust away. Rude to get a critical hit like that, but we aight. Get him out of the way on Caterpies, because Caterpie tackling and getting a crit, I'm not really worried about. There's much scarier mons that could get crits on us. But we're going to do our go-to here. Fire off the Leech Seed and give everyone some free experience. Very slow, I know, but again, easiest way to give everyone a quick little bump in experience without switch training through the whole roster. Even though we are switch training through the whole roster, so ignore that. Okay. To Myth we go. Just round things off. Because, again, I think Knight will be really good against, like, Magnemites, because I think we start fighting people that have those. Just so we have something against Steel. Now we'll get Hoop back to near full health. And start getting some encounters, because I think there's only the one trainer after this. And then we get this route encounter, the Magikarp, and Mount Moon. There we go. Continuing. We'll just fight her now. Just to not have her turn around after we fight a Wildmon. pretty perfect lead for us. That's annoying. I'm not gonna mess around with being cute charmed and them setting up defense curls and sings. Just gonna swap out and go to all reliable of Leech Seed and be good to go. See, we just aren't gonna deal with that. But go ahead and just attack, because hopefully we wake up before the battle's over. And just slowly whittle them down in the meantime. That did more than I thought it would, if I'm gonna be honest. I know we're the same level, but you just think Pound from Jigglypuff isn't gonna do much. Don't hate getting that. Just closing in on evolving. I believe you can just go up here to heal. Head on in. Hey, welcome in, Hugh. Welcome in. Indeed. Finally finished Persona 5, so it's like, let's go with a little bit shorter of a game, just as an in-between. Which, I mean, to be fair, like 99% of games are shorter than Persona. But can't go wrong with just a classic of Leaf Green and Fire Red. Doesn't have Gust, so we're fine. I mean, just the timing is poetic. But welcome in as well. Hope you've had a great Friday. On the bright side, we can keep re-encountering. I mean, we know who get... I know, Based, you said you wanted the next nickname. You'll get the one after this, because this has got to be Grebby. Like... You had a day just waiting to pass out. Well, at least it's the weekend, and hopefully it can be a little bit more relaxing. Tonight is karaoke night with work. Enjoy. Hope y'all have a great time. We're pretty much going to just do the encounters and probably wrap things up for the stream. Cause gotta start dinner prep here soon. Not really much, just kind of hanging out, catching up on shows and whatnot. So nothing crazy. Okay. I thought maybe... do we just get wild with it and throw Leech Seed on it? No, we don't do that. We'll tackle with... Has defense curls up so it lives a tackle, surely. I know we're like 9... Yeah. It's like about to say, I know we're 9 levels higher, but... It really had an Oranberry, okay. This is Grabby based, because that's Grabby's favorite Mon and Unite. You're the next encounter. But if we don't catch anything else, we will absolutely use the Moonstone. Because why not, right? I mean, I'm basically expired at that point. You don't know. You could be a Clefairy. Who knows what we're gonna get. I really wish... One thing I wish they had in this game is... just they let you have the Gen 2 decks from the start, so you could get Crobats, you could get Espeon and Umbreon if you wanted to evolve your EVs into them. But they're really like, nah, you gotta wait till post-game. Alright, there we go. Over 25? I feel like that's wild to say over 25. Because, like, that's... like, you've just... well, not just, but, like, you've graduated college and are, like, just getting out in the world. Alright, let's see what this encounter is. Alright. Well, you kind of called it there. With the whole Zubat. Okay, we do that. And let's just start the... it's a Zubat. It can't be that hard to catch, right? Hey, welcome in, Halassa. Welcome in. Hope you've had a great Friday so far. Is there a trade Crobat? I don't think so. I think you do just need to wait till post-game and evolve it with Friendship. Been okay. Well, glad it wasn't bad at least. And day has been pretty chill, so definitely can't complain. We can fire off another Scratch now. This shouldn't kill. Gotta keep Zubat alive till post-game. And throw that. Yes, this is FireRed. This is not... oh, OG Red would be wild. Like, I'm here for it, but would need to get the completely legal Nintendo hardware to play that on my PC. Because I believe it's not on Switch. Grab this item. And make our way back out. But we will level up Hoop real quick in the meantime. I feel like the next ones that will go to Switch will be the Emerald, Sapphire, just because it's like the easiest to port, I think. I don't know anything about actual coding, so I might be making this all up. But I think like the Game Boy Advance ones are like the easiest for them too. kind of transfer over. So I feel like Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald would be next. But then DS games are where they're going to run into the trouble of them all being designed for split screen is the problem. Is all the DS and 3DS games are for split screen. So I don't know how they'll quite do that on the Switch. I need to get Mankey out of the front spot. Because we're just going to only run into Zubats, I think. So. We do get quick attack now, which is just better tackle. Oh, absolutely. And again, I feel like they will eventually, because there's not really a reason for them to not. Almost made it to the door. Oh. Yep. Just do that. We can do that. I'll throw that as the poll for next episode. But we will be wrapping it up there, because as you heard, Daisy. That means I am behind on getting dinner prepped. But yeah, really good intro. We will be back on Monday to continue through Mount Moon. But next stream will be Sunday. It will be a little bit later in the afternoon, probably around like 2, 3-ish. But until then, I hope everyone has a great rest of their Friday and a great start to their weekend. Till next time, peace, peace.